Okay everyone, welcome. My name is Bryce Root of the Root Group, and I'm super excited to be here with Jenna Lee from Yoso Wellness. And as you know, with the Small Biz Marketing RX program, I love to give you guys resources and all sorts of tips and tricks to help your small business when it comes to marketing. And one of the ways we do that is by interviewing those business owners that are on top of it, that know how to do marketing right. So Jenna Lee, it's been interesting to kind of watch you over the last couple of years, and she just celebrated her 5-year anniversary, and I was just thoroughly impressed with how she handled it and orchestrated the event and social media that went with it. And so today we're going to be talking about her top 3 marketing tactics and kind of best practices that she's been putting into place over the last 5 years to make her business grow. So with that, Jenna Lee, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so what would you say is maybe your top marketing tactic that you've put into place over the years to grow your business?
Yeah, so I would say our number one things that we've done over the last 5 years is actually with our existing clientele and referral system. And so that is when a new client comes into the door, every client is treated the same, whether you're new or an existing client. But when they come in the first time, what we'll do after they leave is we actually write a thank you card to them, and with just very personal, right?
Yeah.
And then we actually postmark a date of when we want it to mail out, and then at that around 3-week date or whenever the appropriate time is, we mail out that thank you card to the new client, reminding them that we're here and that we enjoyed having them in. But we also bring up to them about a referral system. So if they really loved their service with us, and hopefully they rebooked their service, we're also mentioning that we have a whole referral system that they can do because they love their service, so their friends are probably going to love it too. And so if they refer a friend or a family member, that family member or friend gets $15 off their first visit, and that client themselves gets $20 off their next visit. But they can also accumulate that. So if they refer 5 people, they're getting $100 that they can apply all at one visit if they want. They don't have to use that $20 each time that they accumulate it. And so it's kind of a nice thing for, one, it's the new clients that we have come in, we're making that point of contact again after they leave so they don't forget about us. But then we're also building that relationship with them, so now they're a regular client, and then showing them that we want to help kind of create this ripple effect out to their community and have their friends and family come in as well and offer an incentive for that. So that's been a huge marketing tactic
excellent.
For us.
That's a handwritten note that you put a strategic date as to when that goes out. We're really big fans of mapping out the entire customer journey. So it's no wonder that is working so well for you. That's quite a program that you've put together.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to your business and marketing to your clients, it's not just the moment that they call and book an appointment that they're your client. They're your client from the minute they book that appointment to walking in the door, to checking out, to leaving, to a month later. You still have to have your hands on with them if you want them to appreciate and continue coming back to your business. So your hands always have to be touching them somehow.
That's so spot on.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that being number 1, what would you say is kind of your second go-to marketing tactic?
So one thing that we've gotten better about doing recently and kind of evolving and growing is our social media presence. And before we were doing it, we weren't getting a lot of traction with it, and maybe people would like stuff or not really comment or whatever. And then we realized you have to, as a local small business, what your community truly wants is engagement with them and to feel like you are part of their community. And so we started doing more videos, but interactive videos, not just us standing there saying, this is how you put a product on, or hey, go to this shop. So we started collaborating with other businesses more and really getting involved with how our videos are to show that we're part of the community that you live in, and we're here for you, and we are we're all together here, and we want to support you, and we want you to support us. And so we got really engaged with doing very interactive videos for social media, and that has really boosted a lot, and we've actually gotten a lot of new clients as a result of our video social media presence.
I mean, that was off the charts. Jenna Lee, she threw this amazing party for her 5-year anniversary, and she had all these raffle partners and sponsors with Hotel Paradox, and the list went on. But she would build and create a video based on their interaction and their kind of relationship with her, and she was able to leverage their kind of community that they've built and help each other out, cross-market each other. And
yeah, it was a lot of cross-marketing. So if you do an event for your business and you're maybe asking for raffle prizes for your open house or whatever it is, one, it's great to have a cause to support as well in that process, to support your local community in that way. But also, if you have a business that's giving you a raffle item for your event, they're helping you, so help them back. So that's where we got involved with doing the video. So for example, I went to Equilibrium Float and I did a little video in front of the float tank, and then I climbed in the float tank. Or I went to Hotel Paradox and I jumped on the bed, and then I pretended to jump in the pool, and then I sat at the bar. And so there was another step of that community collaboration for our businesses, and then as a result they posted it, I posted it, and now we're all supporting one another to kind of get that reach further out for our clientele base.
And that just speaks to the power of strategic partnerships. When you align with somebody that has a very similar target customer, you're able to kind of leverage and be integrated into their whole community, their whole world. Maybe they have an email newsletter of 2,000 recipients.
Right.
Maybe they have social media that has a great following that ultimately is your target customer. And you do the same thing for them. So it really exponentially increases your promotional power. So right on.
Yeah, and even if you're not doing an event, you can still find ways to work with another local business and do something. Maybe it's around, you want to start acknowledging birthdays for your clients, and so find a local cookie company or the cupcake company or something where you guys kind of collaborate and work together and promote each other. There's so many different ways that you can get creative with it without just having an event, that we can still work together as a community to support one another and build our customer base.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, we're down to number 3.
Okay, number 3. So branding is huge, and if you don't know, Yoso Wellness Spa just rebranded and became Yoso Wellness Spa. Before we were Santa Cruz Skin Solutions and Integrated Wellness, and so I was that very long name that you may have caught some of just now, or not. And I was that for 4.5 years, and so I had to completely get out to Santa Cruz community and beyond that. Now we were Yoso Wellness Spa, and that's what I want everyone to remember. I don't want them to necessarily remember the previous name unless they are trying to figure out where they're going because they were familiar with that. But I want Yoso Wellness Spa to be what people think about in our community when they're thinking of where do I want to go. So
Jenna Lee, I have to stop her here because earlier this morning I was actually trying to think of her previous name of her business. It took me actually a minute or so to remember. That's exactly what you want. So
yeah, we nailed it. We
point.
did it good. Yeah. So, and that's what we want to happen, is that people don't remember Santa Cruz Skin Solutions and Integrated Wellness. They only think of Yoso Wellness Spa. That's when you think of where am I going for my facial, or where is this location, this is the only name that pops up. So branding is huge in that process. Part of that is whether it's online, social media, emails, anything, but it goes a step further. And it's having your name be everywhere, because all those extra places that people see your name is how it's all those imprints in their mind that will make them continue to remember you. So we did things like we printed bags. So anytime we go to an event, which we do a lot of events in the community, we give everyone a bag, or when customers buy product, we give them the bag, because now they're going to remember, they're going to look at the logo. We also have, we also made like little gift coupon cards that we can give for people for referrals, or if we're at events and they have our logo on it, and a little incentive to say, hey, come and visit us. We have little soaps that have our logo on them.
Excellent.
We have nail files that have our logo on them, so when you're filing your nails, you will think of us. We have gift cards and gift certificates that are all branded. So we have like a special donation gift card for when we do donations for events, so that people will have this and they can see kind of what it's for and our logoing. And then we also have our gift cards when people buy a gift certificate, and those are logoed as well. And then we do obviously like a brochure, you know, that has all that stuff, and our business card, which I just dropped. But it even goes down to anything that we put in the mail. We also we have stamps. We put our logo on all of that, so that when you get that, you don't just read something that's handwritten that says Yoso Wellness Spa. You're seeing our logo so that you remember it when you see it around town, or it's more familiar and it pops in your head. And so branding and all those aspects, from what you put on your envelope to what you hand someone, is all huge.
It's so important. Like, if you were to lay out all of the things that she just mentioned in website, everything else, I hedge the bet that everything is going to be very consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The brand, the colors, the fonts, all of that.
Yeah.
What happens with a lot of businesses when we do that, it looks like maybe 10 different businesses.
Mm-hmm.
And that is so important to have consistency. So kudos.
Yeah, and so what I would say, if you're not sure how to have that consistency, is find a graphic designer or do a trade. I don't know if I should say that, but find someone who has the ability for, even when you make a flyer, because I've had the girls that I work with on my team say, hey, can I make a flyer about facial rejuvenation acupuncture? And I say, no, you cannot make the flyer. Tell me what you want on the flyer, and then we're going to make it so that it fits with our brand, so that it's familiar and it doesn't look like a different business. So have kind of one point person who knows how to keep that consistency, so that, like he said, it's everywhere, from your email campaigns to printed flyers to website to all of this
Exactly.
stuff. Yeah.
It's so important. And if you have all that laid out, like in a brand guide, or you have a go-to graphic designer that does all your work, it just makes your life so much easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And people are able to recognize your brand, and it even extends to what's verbally said.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Jenna Lee goes to a chamber luncheon and has 30 seconds to talk about her business, it's going to be very consistent with the overall message that's everywhere else out there in the world. So.
Right, yeah. So if you have people that also work for you, make sure that they know what that elevator speech is, so to speak, because you want it to be consistent, so that people know what your business is about and there's no confusion with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, fantastic. That's 3 big ones.
Yeah. Cool.
3 very important points.
Good.
So thank you, Jenna
Yeah,
Lee.
you're welcome. I hope that helps some of you guys.
Excellent. Okay, well, stay tuned. There's more to come. So see you all guys soon. Bye-bye.
See you later. Thanks.